I do believe that today has been a genuine landmark day in terms of the whole issue of discussion and deliberation of drug use in Ireland. I don't think there's been a day like it. A lot of the organisations, individuals, families that you'll have seen here today would have had the opportunity to talk within their family setting, within their community setting, or within the services setting. But it's been rare that we've had a chance to have a national deliberation supported online for the public to see, to have this national discussion. And I think we will all find the benefit of that discussion having taken place. And I certainly feel very privileged to have been listening to that discussion here today, the testimonies that people put forward to help us in our deliberations. They, like us, all of the people who contributed today, want to make things better, and that's what strongly came through throughout the day. I think what we did get a better understanding of is the types of harm that can be caused by drug use. Some of the harm can be, as we said earlier on, mental, it can be physical, psychological. We've also heard in terms of intimidation. We've also heard in terms of people entering the criminal system and the trauma that causes for individuals and families, and maybe when there is other solutions. We've also heard some people have a view that they haven't actually experienced harm, and that needs to be taken into consideration as well. So we've heard very mixed, diverse, balanced views, I think, across the day. I think what it does do for us is start to help us to think about solutions. There were some really good Q&A discussions coming from the tables there today where you can see everybody is starting to think, how do we shape solutions? What are the best shape of recommendations that we can put forward that will make people's lives better? And I think today has helped us in that. And I will also say, I think the experience tomorrow, as we visit some of the services, the addiction services here in Dublin, where we visit some of those services and get an understanding of the supports the services give, and equally, as we've heard today in spades, the relentless pressure that those services are under, and the challenges of accessibility for people trying to access the services, and the issues that were raised today in terms of compassion as people enter those services. So we've learned a lot today in terms of the services, and I think tomorrow will prove even more beneficial as well. I think another theme that's come through today, which did come through in our first assembly, was whatever way we shape up our recommendations, and we're very early in the process, we have a lot more work to do, and I'll keep bringing those mixed voices into the room with the Secretariat. But there's one thing that's coming strikingly true. We can't just keep doing the same things. Doing the same things again and expecting things to get better hasn't worked, and it won't work for the future. So we know we will have to do something different, and that something will emerge again as we keep moving through. But I certainly would say today we will work through our process. We will work through our process between now and October. But I would equally say to policymakers and legislators, Oireachtas, government, TDs, listen to the testimonies that we heard today. Listen to the individuals, listen to the families, listen to the testimonies of communities, listen to the testimonies of the frontline care workers. And there is a real urgency about doing something. Some things can be fixed, and some people presented solutions here today in terms of simple policy solutions. So there is a sense of urgency that I would call out as chairperson for everybody to act, not just to wait for a report that we will conclude and recommendations to make, but people need to be acting today. This is a profound, really serious issue on society, affecting people's lives, harming communities, harming families. So I would urge everybody, and legislators and policymakers, don't necessarily wait just for a report. We will produce and we will make strong recommendations. But this is an issue that needs addressing today and tomorrow and next week for the families that we've heard today, and many of the families who we haven't heard today because they're not with us, and individuals who are not with us anymore. So in closing, I just want to say a few broad thanks for today, just in terms of putting everybody together. If you can just bear with me very briefly. First of all, thanks to PI Communications and CT Audio, who put together the whole communications for today and live streaming, which is not a simple task. I know Derval made a reference, and I do want to make a particular reference to Lisa and Sarah, our Irish Sign Languagers. I know Lisa from my time through COVID and HSE, and it's a relentless role that they do. It's tireless, endless. We all get our breaks. They're working relentlessly throughout the day. So thanks again to Lisa and Sarah. Thanks also to Dublin Castle and the OPW. It's been a different arrangement we've had to put in place, and again they have facilitated us to put together the logistics for today. I do want to make a particular mention again to the support for us in putting together this weekend's assembly, and particularly to the lived experience group who put a lot of work together today in terms of shaping this day up. The advisory group who've worked with us, the steering group who've worked with us to put together and bring forward the advocates and the people who've heard today talking. As always, I want to thank the Secretariat who had to deal with a lot of logistical issues. I know we're not concluded and we will be here tomorrow again, but today is the best day to just thank the Secretariat for all the work that's gone in, the logistical arrangements that have been put into it overall. For our facilitators at the table and the work that they are relentlessly doing with yourselves. And to you, the Assembly members, also for your continued work. It's been really inspiring to sit and look at the tables and the dialogue that's going on, the attention and the commitment that people are given. And finally, if you can share with me thanks to Derval. Derval has been relentless. We've all got away, got a quick coffee, got a quick break. Derval, in the preparation up to this, has been relentless, and you can talk to all the panellists, the time that she committed to each of them throughout this week. But even throughout the day, she hasn't had a breath of air and mind a glass of water throughout the day. So thanks, Derval, wherever you are. So that for today closes today's formal proceedings. Again, thanks very much. I will ask all the Assembly members to hold on. We're just going to go offline now, and Carl's going to brief us on some logistical arrangements to make sure you get away out of here safe, etc. Thank you very much indeed for today.